Hello guys, my name is Junior. Welcome back to my channel, Amused Jester. Well, I just finished filming the update to my custom his tank. It's gonna be scheduled for showing tomorrow. I wasn't expecting to see this. I just checked my mail. It's already here, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick video review and see what it's like. This is SSR Studios Captain Marvel, now known as Shazam, but I still think of him as Captain Marvel. Specifically, this is from the Kingdom Come series. This is the first time I've ordered anything from SSR Studios. The reason why I purchased this was I became aware that they had made a Kingdom Come Superman, and I missed out on that one. Very sad to do so. I'm hoping I think they might re-release it. I'm not sure, but I purchased this because I saw it, I really liked it, and out of all the characters over there, if I ever get the chance of getting their Superman figure, I would like to get it. But this was actually expensive. I believe this was, I paid a deposit of $45, and then there was $300 left over, so I think this was around $345 for 1/6 figure. That's quite expensive for me because I'm usually paying around $250, maybe $300 for Hot Toys. For That's the highest of my price range. But SSR Studio, from what I've seen, it's more of a custom figure, and to purchase a custom made figure, it usually ranges around $400, which is the reason why I never buy custom figures, because they're expensive. So this is an expensive figure for me. Is it worth the price? We'll soon find out. So because this is basically a smaller scale production, as you can see, this is the box. That's basically it. Very basic. I'm not gonna be keeping the box anyway, or maybe I will, I don't know. This doesn't fit anywhere in my collection because it's a comic book based figure. I do have some comic book based 1/6 scale figures, but and this is specifically from the Kingdom Come, so it doesn't fit anywhere in my collection. And my 1/6 figures that are displayed right now are mostly from the Justice League Zack Snyder and my Batman collection. So I bought it just out of kind of like because I really liked it very quickly. Yeah, it's kind of nice that they have this, a certificate of customization. So it is considered as a custom figure. It's one out of 188. It's number 30. February 1st, 2023. Author Chin. Light Toys team. So for this, because it is a custom figure, price of $345 I think is acceptable. But again, you'll have to see. I'm looking at the fabric of the cape. Okay. Here's the base as Shazam, and this is not a sticker. This actually it is raised and everything, so that's cool. You guys are basically seeing this as I'm seeing it. There's not a lot of accessories. This is based off of the Phison TV League body, so there's nothing particularly customized about the body except for the head, which must be this one. So we'll just move that over here. Some lightning effects. Looks like something got chipped off over there. I mean, I'm not really gonna expect it to be perfectly in one piece. It's chipped off. Only because, not because it's custom, but it's the way it's designed. Like this thing is like intricately curved and organic. That's gonna break off. There's no way that thing's gonna survive. However much you package this thing is gonna have breakage. I'm okay with that, even though I paid a high price for it, because that thing is just too intricate. I'll glue it. No big deal. Oh, there's another broken piece over there. Yeah, that's. I'll glue it. I'll forget about it. I'll never even notice it. So, no problem with that. What is this for? Because this was in the area of the head, I'm gonna assume that's the socket for the head. I'm wearing gloves because I'm not sure what the material, the fabric is. It might be one of those that catches on. Now this head was not the one that's originally um, that I originally saw when it was advertised, which is good because this head actually looks a lot better than what was previously promoted. This actually looks better, I think. The other one had like thicker eyebrows, completely different head sculpt. This is different. The side is captured really, really well. The Kingdom Come by Alex Ross and was it Mark Waid? Something strange happened. Something strange happened to Captain Marvel, and thank God he's still called Captain Marvel in that series. But is that clear or is that okay? That looks clear. I'm looking through my camera, so the teeth is nice and glossy. It looks too perfect though, the teeth. So, but I mean, like I still like it. Yeah, okay. So the inside is just completely blank, which is kind of unfortunate because that's probably the reason why. Look at how loose that is, though. So how is that gonna hold in the head? I'm gonna have to look at some other reviewers. I don't know if there's anything missing there, but that's like there's nothing. That's not gonna hold at all. Kind of disappointing with that. You know, it's 345. I mean, the sculpt is beautiful. The connection piece is just plain bare. I can do something with that, but for $345. So the hands are basically generic bison. You know. So there's nothing customized about the body. Oh, look, one of the arms, one of the hands came off. Problem? No problem with that. I'm okay with that. Okay. Now the reason why I bought this, because this bison body is like perfect for the musculature of Captain Marvel. Of course, if it had been placed better positioned in here, it would have been better. You know, you guys saw it as I was pulling it out. It was like twisted and everything. But so, as all rubber bodies, you don't see where the musculature frame, how the joints are facing. So be careful when you do it. See. You would think that's the end. It's not because it's fighting me. But TB League and Phison, they do know how to construct their rubber bodies or silicone bodies. So it's just a matter of figuring out where the um, articulation point is and then moving it appropriately. So, see? So now it looks just fine. Now you bring it back and it looks fine. Unlike Mezco, and I'm not I mean, this video is not to harp on Mezco. It's just that Mezco's 1989 Batman, I think that's their first foray of doing rubber bodies, and it really, really shows how not unprofessional, but how new they are to that material, because it was really bad. And I'm still waiting for your reply, Mezco, because you said it's coming and you're just gonna need. That was 2 months ago. Anyway, that's another topic. But TB League Phison muscle bodies, they are the top. So if you find that yours is not bending the right way, just carefully look for the bend of the articulation, and then you can, just like what I did with this particular, see? This has a little bit more fight, but it's still staying. See how this bent is off to the side? That's fine. Just bend it like that and then rotate it. Rotate this and you won't have any problems with it. Like I said, Phison, I've had experience with them and they are usually great. Just bend it a little bit, twist it a little bit, make sure. These are, and then as you can see, I'm just being careful. And these are actually double jointed. Look at how beautiful that bends, Phison, man. And then the material that you chose in this one and how it wrinkles, it's so realistic to the scale. Look at how that wrinkles. That's really beautiful. Just be careful with this one, because this is mostly a sticker, but they, it does strike out at you. So I'm assuming this will eventually fade in time, the gold color, but as it is right now, it's beautifully done. And I was concerned about how they did the wrapping on the gauntlet, because it is cloth, and that's accurate to the character, and the golden sheen is accurate to the comic book. And I was concerned because this wrapping, it's cloth, so it's not like plastic. I was concerned that it might unravel, but the way they did it, it seems like it's glued in there. So, and then just, it's very, 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 very basic. It's basically golden tape, but it seems like they did a good job. SSR toys, and the construction, the tailoring of the body. Man, I wish I could sew like this, because if I could, I'd make my own. I mean, $340 is still very, very expensive, but it's so beautiful. Yeah, I think I'll contact. I can't get the Superman anymore, but I think I can still I can contact SSR directly and get their Superman one, because I need to have the pair after seeing this. This is beautiful. Which means the pair will cost me $700. But to have a representation, I love Kingdom Come. I love the storyline of Kingdom Come. So you bring it down and still, the crease disappears. Now the Phison rubber body, I don't care how carefully you treat it, it will eventually crack if you bend it like this. However, I've always thought that using it underneath clothing like this, it provides a realistic pose and all that stuff, but the most importantly, because it's under cloth, if it does break, you won't see it. I'm still testing it with my Supergirl, my own custom Supergirl. You won't see it under the fabric. All that cracks and breaks. So I think I can pose this as long as I want. This is thin. I don't know if it's fragile or not. I wish it was thicker, but it's beautiful. The fact that it's thin scales very well to the 1/6. However, if it was made out of more thicker material, it will be more voluminous. Voluminous. It will have more volume, so it will have a little bit more crinkly or depth to the material. As it is, see how this thing is more wrinkled like that? Actually would prefer it more like that because you'd have more folds to the material. So I think what they should have done was, if they had had this, because this is the width of the tape, if this was like this width, I would have preferred it if they had doubled it up and then do this kind of wrapping, because if they had doubled it up, then it would have this kind of a fold and it would give it more volume. Because right now it looks kind of flat, but it's still beautiful. This is just being me nitpicky. And if this was a little bit thicker, so it's a little bit more substance, but presentation, the way it looks, it's beautiful. It's just beautiful. And now the problem with this, it has a ball cap. Basically, the ball cap goes on to the ball joint. Maybe that's there to raise it a little bit. Oh yeah, kind of like that height. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably just going to use like a glue gun and just glue it like that. I'm going to have to play with it a little bit more. Once I get the proper height that I want from this neck, then I'll make it more permanent. Look at that, that's beautiful. And luckily, because this is Phison and it's silicone, it's really hard to paint this. So what they did was they tried to match the skin color of the face onto the skin. It's a little bit too dark for a Caucasian male, but it's just so beautiful. The detail is just really, really beautiful. I can't say good things enough about this. This is really going to be a short review. So let me take off the head because it's really loose. The boots, the way they did with boots is, this looks like it's cast material, and then they did a boot cut, which is good. So basically this is movable. The only other thing I would say, if you were going to do this, is the way this was cast. If it was a little bit more looser, you could have put like a gold material underneath here, so that way you don't see that flesh tone, because you couldn't see it a little bit. I think what they would prefer is like you bring it down. Oh yeah, let's bring it down like that, so you don't have a lot of gaps too much. Or if you're gonna make this kind, make it so that it slips into that one. It's okay, but even though it's good, you can't really. Let me see. I'm trying to see. You can't really shift because this is just straight down with a ball joint. And this is not SSRs, it's more a Phison thing. There have been a secondary joint here so you can flip, so you can move this, because you can't, see? It's very limited articulation on the feet. But that's more of a limitation from the Phison body. I think this is their own thing, SSRs. So in terms of articulation, this is basically articulated to the gills. You can move it up like that. That's Phison. If you own Phison, that's the way it is. And see this shoulder, you can actually lift it, move it up like that to give him a more broader shoulder look, or droop it down a little bit more. I love Phison bodies. I wouldn't want displayed raw or naked, because as you're moving all these articulation, it will start to crack. But clothed, underneath clothing, it'll be perfect. Look at that. Look at the bend on that musculature. It's so realistic. Okay. Now the one thing that does concern me, there is a stand in here, as you saw the base and everything. What happened to the stand? Oh, it fell down. very basic. It's okay. You can't do any flight poses on this, but it's okay as well. Phison or TB League, I think it's TB League now, is a heavy body. Oh, wow. Okay, so the one thing that does concern me is the material of the cape. You gotta be careful because I don't want to lose those broken bits of the effects. I'm not even going to use those effects because I don't think it fits the figure. Because the only effect that you could make work for this one will be a lightning effect. And okay, so the cape is wired. What concerns me is the material, because this feels like very, very thin material. Yeah, it feels almost like, what would this material be like? Silk? I don't think it's silk. So, and then the fabric they use in this one is not catching, so that's good. I can take off these gloves. I don't even know how to pose this cape. I'm gonna have to look at a video, another video review. Maybe Justin from Justin's collection would have a better idea. Plus, I don't know how to attach it. There's nothing in here to talk about, and so that's the other thing. Since there's no instruction or anything, I would have to look at maybe the website to see how I'm supposed to do this. Because these are prominent. There's a way to display it so this shows. Let me check really quickly on any kind of site. Let's see what's going on with this cape. Okay, from the looks of it, this should be like so, and it looks like you're just supposed to just hang. That's okay. So hang it up. It looks like it would just do kind of like this. So kind of, it's supposed to fold like that. So I would probably do something like this. I think this needs to be a little bit more voluminous. And I'll take off the head again because it's loose as a goose. So I'm interested in getting the Superman because I feel like the quality of the cloth is good. Superman won't have this kind of a cape issue. So that should be good. So that should be a problem. Head like that. And give me 1 second. Alex Ross. And I'm gonna grab from the creator himself and get some inspiration from him. Okay, so I'm gonna say this goes like that, drag it like that. See, this is why this needed to be, the width needed to be more, because this needs to drape like so, drape like so. Are you guys seeing how this body moves? This is just beautiful. Fortunately, I can't angle it like that, so I'm gonna have to do it like this. I would move it forward, and then in order for this to hug it, oh, I've got it backwards. This should be out. I'll fix that later on. So I would double the width of the cape just to make it more voluminous. But okay, forgive me for the jiggling. I need to show you guys this. Alright guys, so that's SSR Toys Captain Marvel. There's the pose I'm trying to copy. That's how it looks, and that's how the figure looks. I mean, it's close. See, there you go. So you can see the dimensions of the body first comparatively with that one. The muscle on the arm, the biceps, is a little bit more thick over there, but that's only because this is facing upward. You can't really move it like that because how it's molded, it won't do it, and you won't be able to flip it. But you can see the thickness of the bicep matches the thickness of that one. And you know, even though in person the way the material they use to do this feels kind of cheap, it might be better if it was a little bit thicker, but comparatively to the comic book style, it's well done as well too. So yeah, this is beautiful. I think still pretty highly priced, but as a custom figure, I'll take it. Like I said, I'll see if I can contact SSR Toys and see if I can grab their Superman Kingdom Come figure. So thank you very much for watching. This has been a very, very quick review. I hope it was very quick. I don't know. And I hope you guys enjoy it. I got this from 16kit.com, and I didn't realize this was a scratch off. I've been throwing this away. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. I'll talk to you later. Bye.